I tell our players for their first bowl experience, it's been an outstanding week. It seems like it's been already 10 days, but they've enjoyed every minute of it, and I really appreciate AT&T, the Cotton Bowl, for allowing us to be here. And boy, it's been an excellent week. And from the food to the functions, it's been awesome. It's also a privilege to play against a great football team. Mike Leach, I've always admired the things that he's done. I tell you what, the quarterbacks, the receivers, their defense, they got an excellent football team, and it's easy to see why they're ranked number 7th in the country. And we've got a tremendous challenge, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere. It seems like everything's just been upgraded. I tell you, Rick Baker and the staff, last time I was here was 02, and it seemed like everything from hospitality room to the food, everything is just, to me, has just gotten better and better, and just really appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Since this is the last one in this stadium, could y'all just share any memories you have of the Cotton Bowl, maybe any games you watched growing up or those you've been part of?
I grew up, of course, the tradition of my family, my dad being a coach. Mom had the black-eyed peas going and cornbread and all that, but we were getting ready to watch the Cotton Bowl. There's no question about that. And I remember great games, not good games, great games, all the way through growing up. And then to have the privilege to already coach in this ball game twice, it just brings back just great memories. But it all started at a very, very young age on January 1.
Talk about having 2 AP first-team All-Americans on one team. It's kind of rare, and what they've meant to your program.
Both Michael Orr and Parade Jerry, first and foremost, boy, just good, solid people that, Michael had a chance to leave early, came back, and just really took ownership of the team, did everything we asked him to do. And I tell you, both these guys did it by example. Not a lot of rah-rah. Michael's pretty quiet, but really just married the weight room, really made a commitment. And Parade probably a little bit more vocal, but he's really quite a leader and does it by example. And he's not afraid to jerk somebody in line and tell them to get going. But both these guys, in the locker room, weight room, you can't say enough about those 2 guys, and they're just real winners.
Coach, you come in as visitors, you come in as underdogs by most, yet you've beaten the team that's playing for the national championship. Now as you go against Texas Tech, another outstanding team, with an 8-4 record, how much better is your team than 8-4, and is that a motivational factor for your club?
Well, all year long, pretty much, we've been an underdog, and the most rewarding thing about this season was coming in. Our guys, they had nothing to reach back for, to say, oh, that's how we do it, that's how we win. We had to change that part of it. They walk in the room, they look good, and we had some good athletes, like everybody's mentioned, but football is more than that. And the thing that you're proud of, the thing that our staff did a good job is finally we stopped beating ourselves. Coach Leach mentioned, there's 2 or 3, 4 games that we were really into the charity business. Let's give away this ball and give away this ball, and let's hit somebody in the back at the wrong time, and all those things that get you beat. So we kind of flipped that, and guys started believing, and there's nothing like that celebrated locker room. And again, I don't think they think about, oh, we're 8-4 and playing against 11-1. We know that. We know how good and fast and how good they throw the ball, all those things. And just like going against Florida, we just got beat by Vandy, and basically Sunday came in and said, is there any way we can play, we're about a 31-point underdog, is there any way we just go to this game in the swamp and play without a penalty, play without a turnover, and let's see what happens. And I'll tell you, the second half was really, for the first time, boy, Florida was 9-0 in terms, they hadn't turned the ball over one time, it had gotten 9. And we got 3 turnovers that day. Stole 3 and didn't turn the ball over. executed, took care of the ball, and finally, that's when really the light come on. You know what? We can be a pretty good football team if we do things the right way. So we kind of built off that day and got better and better.
Question on the front.
Angie Ledbetter with the Pavilion in Batesville, Mississippi. Coach Nutt, will you talk about what it's been like for your players being here and what's been the highlight so far besides Greg Hardy and the escalator?
Well, again, it's everything. It has to go back to when we were in Oxford, and the Cotton Bowl sends us, a TV, and they're hanging on every word because it's the first experience. It's like little kids around a Christmas tree. What's next? What are we going to get to open up next? So I can't tell you, just to hear our guys talk about this bowl trip as they walked into the hospitality room, their hospitality room, and they said, we get to play with these videos, these cars, this basketball, eat this food, this is ours. It's that attitude, and it's just been awesome. I mean, it's just been a tremendous experience, and they've loved every minute of it, and I'm just so proud they got to experience their first bowl. To be in the Cotton Bowl, to me, is of course one of the best. What this group of people do with the Cotton Bowl, to me, is one of the best there is in the country. And we've been experienced a lot of good bowls, but this group just does such an outstanding job, and our players go around with a smile on their face every single day because they can't believe it.
Question on the left aisle.
Drew Doherty, Fox Lubbock. Coach Nutt, what have been your impressions of the Texas Tech running game, and how does it stack up against what you guys have seen in the SEC?
There's two things I think they're really underrated. One is their running game. Don't think for a minute they can't run it. They can run the football. Those backs run hard. And the other thing is their defense. Their defense is, I think, underrated. I know Coach Ruffin McNeil, know him very well, and my brother worked with him. What a great person, great coach. Carlos Maynard, he's got a great staff, and know these guys. So I really think it's underrated. They can run the ball when they want to, and of course, with the splits, things are so different. This is a different deal, and I really believe one of the reasons that Coach Leach is so successful is because it's so unique. It's hard to prepare for because not everybody runs this, and the way they mix it up, and from screens to tunnel screens, and you can't forget about the run.
Coach Nutt, can you talk about how you watched Jevin progress throughout the season?
Jevin, the first 2 or 3 games, we're really trying to be, I think, the Superman, trying to throw. He's a strong arm guy, and thought he could throw the ball through a keyhole, and didn't always take what the defense gave him, and really tried to force some things. And I think the game slowed down for him and really started managing the game about that 5th game. And we got to remember that this is really his first year. He played a little bit at Texas, but not much. Had to lay out last year. So this is his first year. And I just really been proud of Jevin. I think he, especially the last 4 or 5 weeks, really been very accurate and, just taking care of the ball and managing the game. Controlling the traffic on and off the field, the different type of personnel groupings, all those things. And but the biggest thing, he finally figured out, I don't have to do it by myself. And I think that's the key.
Got a question on the aisle left.
Jamie, with the AP, Coach Nutt, you faced Florida and their big offense. Whoops, now you're going against Tech and their offense. How do you get your defensive players and their mindset? I mean, do you talk to them about what a great challenge it is, or do you tell them, hey, we know you're going to give up a lot, but let's just try to help out the offense a little?
Well, when you go against a high-powered offense, again, there's a respect there, and the only thing that we know how to do is that you go to work, you go to practice, do the best you can, and you try to do the things that they do. Our scout team has done a good job, and we don't have a Michael Crabtree. Not too many people do, running routes every day, and that's the difference. When January 2nd gets here, is all of a sudden that the big receivers, it's live and in color, and it's a different speed, and that's what's tough. We try to go good against good a little bit, but you just prepare. You know, it's about preparation. You do the best you can and challenge your guys that this is the biggest challenge of your life.